This website, built in about 10 minutes without writing a single line of code. Let's get into it. And it all started right here. An empty folder, no code, no template, nothing. So if you've ever wanted to create a website, but the word code makes you want to run away and scream, then stick around, because today we're going to create that without writing a single. Welcome to episode 1 of the series. This whole series is about vibe coding, and vibe coding is quite simply this: describing what you want, describing to AI what you want to build, where you do the descriptions and AI does the building, does the typing, and does everything for you. You just need the idea and let AI take over the reins of getting it all done in the coding side of it. The reason this matters, especially if you're a beginner, is that you don't need to now go and learn a programming language. You need to have an idea, and that idea you just need to be able to explain in simple terms, whether it's in English or in any language of your choice. You have an idea and you work backwards by describing what you want in plain English. Today we're going to prove that. We're going to go from a completely empty folder to having a website that has a full page. It's got a navigation bar with different sections. It's got a theme switcher, and it's got some images in there as well. And all of this will be achieved without you writing a single line of code. Let's get into it. Okay, a quick orientation before we actually get going. I've done a bit of the boring stuff. So I've created a folder inside of Windows Explorer that you can see in the bottom right. I've got a command prompt open inside of that folder. What you can do is if you type in dir to list everything that's in there, you can see that there are 0 files in there. It's a completely blank folder. And what we're going to do is we're going to start building on this from absolutely nothing to a beautiful website. The tool we're using is called Claude Code. You do get others, but at the moment what we're doing is we're using Claude Code. And Claude Code sits directly inside of your command line. And it has the ability to create and edit and modify files inside of here. So we can actually use it to create our website for us. I've already got it installed. So what I'll do is I'll type in Claude into the command prompt, and that will now load Claude. So whatever I want to actually achieve, I type in here, which Claude will then understand. I've also got a browser on the left-hand side. So whatever we actually tell Claude to do, it will create the files. We load it in the browser, we have a look at it, and then we tell Claude to make changes or to do something else. And we open it up in the browser and we just carry on with that little bit of a loop. I'm going to start off very small. I'm going to start off with a simple page that will actually give us a foundation. What I'm going to do is I'm going to say to Claude, I want you to create a simple HTML file that is a personal portfolio for me. And I want a nav bar at the top with different sections. And let's get started with that. Now I'm going to press enter. And what this is going to do is it's now razzmatazing, and it's going to create that first set of HTML for us, or first web page for us. So it's now created the page for us. We can see that it's come back here. It has completed. We do now have an HTML file in our empty folder. It was empty. So if we now just drag and drop that into the browser, we have a very simple website for us. It's very empty at the moment, but what we're going to do is we're going to expand on this. So I can say, I want you to razzmatazz this up. I want you to make it look much better. I want you to have a glossy effect to it, like the modern iOS. I want you to add some photographs. I want you to add a better hero section. And let's keep that for now. So I'm actually using my own product called HyperVoice to actually talk to Claude Code. It's available free for 500 words a day, and you get your paid versions, subscriptions, and you also get a free lifetime, or you get a lifetime version as well. The lifetime is a once-only fee, and you get to use it for the rest of your life. So let's wait for this to come back, and we'll continue shortly. So while this is running, you'll notice that I didn't tell it anything technical in order to get this done. I basically told it what I wanted it to do. I did also say I wanted a modern glass effect, like iOS's new glass effect. So it automatically knew that I was talking about glass morphism. I wanted an animated gradient background, a striking hero, and real photographs throughout. So it knows all of this, and it interprets what I want. And what we're going to start doing is we're going to start narrowing that down as to how we want it to be. Colors, schemes, themes, how we want it to look, and any sections, any information that we want added or removed, we're just going to talk to it and tell it what to do. So if we have a look here, okay, so there it has done a few things. We're going to come over to the left-hand side. We'll refresh that. That is not me. But here we go. Here we've got a different look and feel for this based on a glassy effect. And you notice the glass effect behind the menu at the top, the nav bar at the top. So it has just added placeholders. If I did have images of myself in this folder, which was initially empty, it would actually make use of those. But a beautiful start for something that is, we have spoken to it twice. We've told it what to do twice, and this is the result so far. If we do click on projects, you can see that all of the links work. Click on projects, click on skills. This is all done. And what happens if you click on that? If you do click on that, it does open up Outlook on my screen below. But yeah, everything looks like it works so far. One moment. I want you to implement something at the bottom or something somewhere that allows me to view 10 different themes or skins with different accent colors or the ability to select them, because I want to be able to have a look at what I like most, to be able to select it, tell you what it is, and then you can actually get that implemented inside of my site. So this is something that's actually quite technically difficult to do, even for a more seasoned developer. It just requires a little bit of work and effort. What Claude Code is doing is it's doing it all quite easily for us. And you'll see it just now. And we're back. So Claude Code on the right-hand side has done changes. So you can see the different colors there. It says that it's done. It's added a live theme switcher to your portfolio. What you'll see is this. You can read it, but I've read it before. It's great to read. It's interesting to read. I care about the results right now with this. But yes, it is very interesting to read. So if we come over to the left-hand side, we refresh this, we can see a little circle at the bottom right that now allows me to select colors and themes. Okay, so that's only part of actually what I wanted. I also wanted you to implement different design styles. So we've got glass morphism. I want to have material. I want to have flat. I want other styles as well as the themes. So what we've done is we've actually got just the color themes here, which is actually pretty cool because you do see it around the border of the profile picture as well, or through the border of the profile picture. But I want to see different styles, not just the glass effect. This has now come back, and what we'll do is we'll refresh it, have a look at the bottom right, and now we've got different styles. So we've got glass morphism, we've got material style, we've got flat, neomorphism, we've got brutalist, and outline. So what we can also do is, if you like the look and style of the Google look and style, we can actually say, I want you to rework the web page to make it look more Google-like, using however Google designs their systems. I want it to make it look more like that. So we've been through the Apple style of things. We can now just say that we want it to make it look more like a Google design system. Personally, I know that they use a material design system for that, but doesn't matter what it is called. Doesn't matter. Just I want it to look more Google-like because I like that style that they've got on some of their things. Let's have a look. All done. So on the right-hand side, done. This page is now built on Google's material design language. Here's what I changed and why each is a Google hallmark. Before that, though, what I did notice was, if we just scroll up a little bit, or quite a bit, I did notice here that I said I wanted to look more Google-like. And they actually came back, or Claude Code came back saying, Google's design language is material design, now material 3, material U. And the most recognizable Google look is the light theme. White surfaces, Roboto, Google Sans type, the Google Blue primary, material elevation, shadows, pill-shaped buttons, etc., etc. So it actually went off and did the research for us. So what we're going to do now is we're going to refresh the page, and this is a more Google style page. What I do want to do though is I've found a photograph of me. So what we're going to do is I'm going to drag that profile picture copy that into there. So you'll notice at the bottom right, there's now an image in there. Okay. I've added an image of me to the same folder that we're working in. I want you to put my photo inside of the profile picture. Right. So again, I'm not telling it anything technical. I'm really just explaining what I want to do in simple, basic English, and it's getting it done. So this should not take long at all. Found your photo. Fantastic. The profile picture is a portrait in the hero section. Let me check and swap it out. So that's what it was before, and that's what it is now. Done. So if we refresh, there we go. My picture from a while ago. That's how easy it is. It really is. Fantastic. So we do have the color picture at the bottom. So what you can do is actually have a look at different colors for this now. Let's pick a color, red. I like the red color with this design. I want you to set it as a default, and I want you to get rid of the theme selector for me. So we have a final version of the page. Again, just what I want in simple, plain English. So what I'm expecting to happen is for this little change color template thing at the bottom right to disappear, because we're done with selecting it. Not yet, still busy with it. And then we should be left with our final site. So if you let that really sink in, 10, 15 minutes ago, we had a completely empty folder. Now we've got a whole site. Amazing what it can actually do for us. And this is only the tip of the iceberg. What we'll do is we'll get into more complex things, just gradually, bit by bit, and see how far we can actually push Claude Code. If you've got any questions, let me know in the comments. Please, if you like the video or managed to get this far, send a like and a subscribe, and I'll be forever grateful. Thank you very much. And if you do want to watch anything else, or if you do have any ideas for subsequent videos, let me know in the comments below, and we'll see what we can do. Thank you very much, and take care.